Less than 2% of the population of Barnstable County identify as Asian, according to the U.S. Census. Whether we were born here, moved here from another city or country, it can often feel very isolating living here on the Cape. Sometimes it feels like we will never belong. So we set out to give a platform for the diverse members of our Asian community to amplify our voices and stories. Some of the stories are challenging.
Brewster in the late 80s, early 90s was a very white place. Probably the first 20 years of my life, I really tried to not think about race at all, but there was a lot of racist things said to me as a child, and so it was just easier for me to just kind of try to ignore it.
Somebody had written a letter to the editor in the Cape Codder about how we should put everybody in camps like we did the Japanese. It was I don't even remember the context of it, but I remember reading this and thinking, where am I and what the heck is this about?
And I remember at a certain age, like, I'd be on the plane to come home and would just be crying because I knew that I was coming back to a place where I was just so different.
Some are unexpected.
My grandmother's, she's an old Yankee family. On her side, I got people from the Mayflower. To me, it's hysterical. If you go to First Encounter Beach in Eastham, they have a plaque with the first guys to step off the boat. I'm related to probably half the names on that plaque.
And we heard a lot about finding connections. Whether it's through food.
To me, being Asian means that I can go to school knowing that I have a better lunch than all my friends who have to eat crappy school pizza. And I guess I get to share the food that she makes, which is really good, by the way.
So whenever my friends were over, they would always ask if my mom had made egg rolls recently and if they could have some. And they would always have a huge smile on their face whenever eating, and I would love sharing that with them.
Or maybe just saying hi to someone on the street.
So recently in my old age, I have decided whenever I see an Asian person, I'm going to go up to them and say something and say, hi, I'm so glad to see you, because so often you see other Asians and they look away. That's what I try to finally encounter other Asians.
I started share my culture whenever I can through food, traditions, and even telling stories. So it means to me, as an Asian on the Cape, I think it means embrace the connections that I can share, while also appreciate the differences that this place is offering.